How's everybody feeling? Are y'all feeling good, looking good, smelling good? What's tea? We about to get into this reading. Now, I know some of y'all might be beefing with me because Thursday I was supposed to come on here and do a reading and a lesson. I know, don't beat me up. What had happened was I was tired. That's what happened. Fuck it. I have to live in my truth. I was sleepy. Okay? I said, you know what? They just gonna have to have little toots because, baby, this bed is gonna be my portion for the day. And I was in bed. I mean, because I was tired. I'm sorry. But we will do our lesson tomorrow. So today we're going to be doing our chosen ones reading. This for all my chosen ones, star seeds, so on and so forth, whatever. Okay. And then tomorrow we're going to do the lesson version of this, for my chosen ones, those who are chosen, those who are set aside, those who are picked, handpicked, to lead their bloodline. Thank you for the heart me. To lead their bloodlines, to lead their family. What that looks like, what comes with it. We're going to get into details, okay? Because I know right now, and this is what we're going to be covering today, there's a lot going on energetically right now, okay? We are, the best way that I could put it to you, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Rick and Morty. If you've ever watched an episode of Rick and Morty and you see the way that they be like traveling through like galaxies and shit, they just be traveling through on their little spaceships and shit. That's what the fuck this shit looks like energetically. We are traveling so far, so fast, and time does not exist. Right? I feel like this season right now is really about to show y'all that time is not a thing. Like, the way that things are moving, the way that things are progressing, the way that our lives are altering, the way that things are changing, the people that we're meeting, the things that we're getting into, you know, the careers that are taking off, all types of shit is happening right now. And it does not make logical sense when you partner it with time. It just does not go together, right? And we're moving more into a spiritually based energy where logic doesn't really exist here. Logic isn't really going to help you here, right? This is why we've been talking about intuition so much for the year 2025. AKA the 9 year, the 9 energy, because this is literally a transformation stage. Like this year is the catalyst for what is to come, right? And I really want you guys to overstand that what we see within this 9 year, and I don't mean January to January, I mean March spring equinox 2025 to March spring equinox 2026. Okay? From March to March, what you know life to be prior to, it will not be that anymore. That's the best way I can put it. Shout out to my Big O family. Stream alive on Big O as well. What you're used to seeing, experiencing, feeling, having, knowing, learning, all of these different things won't live past this 9 year. It's not supposed to. That's why so many things are transforming in our space. Thank you for the shares. So many things are transforming. Our minds are transforming. A lot of our bodies are even transforming. Our mentalities, our spiritual relationship with ourselves and the world around us. There's so many things that are changing. Our career paths, what we see for ourselves, what we want for ourselves. Thank you for the heart me's. All of these things are shifting, right? And if it hasn't shifted for you yet, then you need to tap in a little bit more, even though we still have room to grow, okay? Because we have till March, for the most part, confirmation. But you really need to be tapped in right now. Okay? This is not the time to be distracted by bullshit. This is not the time to be all over the place. This is not the time to get carried away when it comes to the dumb shit. Lock the fuck in. Okay? Lock the fuck in. Especially when it comes to your spirituality. Especially when it comes to your ascension process. Especially when it comes to studying and learning. A lot of you guys are most definitely feeling more intrigued when it comes to learning new things. It's almost like your soul is leading you towards different discoveries, or people who are helping to facilitate you learning certain things or getting to the information that you need. All of this is for a reason. Okay, there's certain things that you have to get burned into your consciousness while we are in this 9 year, because 9 is the highest number, right? This is the numbers are 1 through 9. Thank you, my love, for the gifts. The numbers are 1 through 9. 9 is the highest number that there is. There is no other number higher than 9. Thank you, my love. So 9 also represents the ending of a cycle before we make room to start the new season, which is a 1 energy season. So 2026 is going to be our 1 energy season. We're basically, I don't want to say starting over, but we're starting fresh. So what 9 does, 9 comes in to clean out. 9 comes in almost to like rebrand, right? To clean out what no longer serves you, you know, to do a little bit of inventory. What do we need? What don't we need anymore? What new places do we need to be in? It's coming to position you so that you're right where you need to be when we start fresh with this brand new energy coming in with this 1 energy that we're about to walk into next. Okay? So this is why you've been clearing out your space, decluttering your space, whether this is with your friends, whether this is with relationships. Thank you for the heart me. Whether this is with career, mentalities, spiritual beliefs, whatever it is that no longer serves you. And when I say you, I'm not talking about the you right now in this moment. Okay? That's the thing about preparation. The preparation is not for who you are in this moment. It's for who you will be. Right? So intuition is always speaking to who we will be and the things that we need to do in the moment to help set ourselves up for that future experience, that future version of us. This 9 is preparing you for your future self. So I don't want to hear, oh, I don't think I'm ready. I don't know about that. Get somebody else to do it. Okay, let me study a little bit more. I don't think that this is for me. I don't want to hear that. Okay? Because this is preparing you for what is to come, not where you are right now in this moment. And it's important to truly understand that. Thank you, Marva. Okay? So right now we have about 5 planets retrograding. All right? About 5. All right? Shit is a little hectic right now. It's a lot going on. Okay? It's truly a lot going on. Let me go through where these planets are right now so that you guys can get an idea of what the freak is happening. All right? Thank you for the heart me. Make sure y'all get y'all daily heart me. I believe you have to follow first before you can get it, so make sure you do that. All right, so we currently have Mercury retrograding in Leo. All right, so this is coming for, you know, Mercury being the planet of communication, Mercury also being the planet of intelligence, of intellect, and it being in the sign of Leo. Spirit wants you to speak. Spirit wants you to be truthful. Spirit wants you to be raw. Spirit wants you to be confident. Okay? This is really going to hit you a lot harder, especially if you have Leo placements in your Mercury in your 3rd house or as your sun or rising sign. This can also affect my Leo moons. If you do have a Leo moon, there could be Spirit could be pulling you out of your shell a little bit when it comes to making sure that you're speaking your truth, or even just making sure that your throat chakra is balanced. Okay, because the goal is not to be overactive or underactive, right? The goal is to be right there in the middle where you're balanced. You're not saying too much, but you are saying what you need to say, okay? And knowing the time and the place to say those things, to hold those conversations, and to be open. This is also a time where your ego is going to be challenged, okay? For my people who have been struggling with ego, now be real with yourself. My grandma say be real or be still. For my people that's been struggling with ego, I'm going to need you to lock the fuck in, okay? This does not mean don't think highly of yourself. This does not mean don't be proud of yourself. This does not mean you shouldn't think that you're the best thing since sliced bread, okay? But it does mean that you need to know how to balance that yin and that yang energy so that you're able to come across in a way that is received by the people who are supposed to receive you. Make sense? We also have Saturn retrograding in Aries, okay? A lot of these retrogrades are happening in fire sign energy. That's why a lot of this shit feels chaotic. A lot of it feels very all over the place. A lot of it feels like, damn, bitch, I ain't getting no warning. No, you didn't. Fire doesn't usually come with a warning, okay? When shit blow up, it just blow. You know what I'm saying? You don't really get too much of a heads up. Hey, the shit's about to blow up. It just explodes. Okay? So that's kind of why this kind of feels like raw, like in your face a little bit. Okay? Also, because this is Saturn, Saturn is the planet of lessons. Saturn is here to teach you something. Okay? Saturn is not here just to shoot the shit with you and hang out and, you know, hey, let's just chill and relax. No, Saturn is here like, all right, we need to do this. We need to fix this. We need to get this together. We need to get that together. Okay, over here you said that you wanted to have this type of lifestyle, this type of reality. Well, these are the things that you need to cover in order for you to have that type of lifestyle or that type of reality. Okay, Saturn is here to get the job done, to point out the areas, the places, the things that you need to be a little bit more attentive to. You said that this is what you wanted. Saturn is like a mentor. Saturn is like your mama. Okay, Saturn is like the person that's gonna come in and get you back on your shit. Okay, and challenge you and say, hey, you said you wanted to do this. How you gonna be a millionaire and you not even consistent? How you claim you a generational curse breaker and you ain't breaking no motherfucking curses? You ain't even doing no work. How you claim you a spiritualist and you ain't protecting yourself? You know what I'm saying? Saturn is like that. Saturn gonna challenge you and be like, you say that this is the type of life that you want. You say that this is your title. Thank y'all for the follows. Thank you for the shares. You know what I'm saying? You say that this is who you are and all of this other shit, but you not acting like that. You know what I'm saying? And not only is Saturn going to call you out on these things and put it in your face, but they're also going to present you with opportunities to show up in that manner. This is why some of you guys have been walking into certain situations that force you to be who you claim you are. Oh, you a generational curse breaker? We'll break this curse. You said you healing and doing shadow work? Okay, well, let's see you forgive and heal through your mama and your daddy issues. Let's see it in real time. Yeah, you said you want to be a millionaire? Let's see what you do with this money that I'm about to give you random as hell. Let's see if you take care of it. Let's see if you know what to do. Let's say if you have financial literacy. Oh, you say you want that job with all of these benefits and all of that? I'm going to give it to you. Let's see what you do with it. Or let me give you the opportunity to see the posting for that job. Are you big and bad enough to apply for it? Oh, you say you're a master manifester? Well, let's see what you do. So Saturn is not just going to say, this is your issue, this is your issue, this is your issue. Here, it's in your face. Saturn is also going to give you an opportunity to do something about it. This is why y'all are being presented with these experiences, right? And it may feel a little bit like, damn, you know, either all hell is breaking loose, or all of this shit is happening at one time, or I'm being, you know, forced to deal with this and deal with that. It may feel overwhelming, but at the end of the day, this is what you need. This is exactly what you need. Hey, Peter. Thank you for the gift, my love. This is exactly what you need to push you out of where you've been. To help get you in that mentality and get you in that mindset of the future version of yourself that is going to achieve all of these things. You claim this is what you want, show me. You claim you ready for this, and that. Well, let's see it. Put your money where your mouth is. And the fact that it's in Aries is almost giving you that boost, because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. They are the leaders, right? They have no problem with creating new things and going after things. But the thing about it is, one thing that Aries has to learn is to also incorporate logic and patience, right? And when I say logic, I don't mean overthinking. I don't mean making things logical. I mean just giving yourself an opportunity to read the room before you act. So in these situations that Saturn are presenting to you, there's going to have to be a point, right, where you're analyzing first before you approach and you attack. It can't just be, I'm just going in blindsided, don't know what the hell going on, just 100 miles an hour, don't even know if I'm going in the right direction, right? There has to be some type of analytical approach here. Okay? Political approach here. Okay? Don't call me. Don't call me and shit. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Yeah. Libra. So I think Libra is Aries' sister sign, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so learning balance, right? Pushing yourself to understand how to balance those two energies out, right? Balancing out the movement with with analyzing, okay? Making sure that you are doing both and utilizing both of those tools so that you're able to make the best decisions moving forward. Thank you for the heart, me. We also have Neptune retrograding in Aries as well. We have 3 planets retrograding in Aries alone. Okay? So Neptune is retrograding in Aries. Okay? Damn, and these planets are retrograding at 1 degree. So they won't be here for a minute. Ciao. Good Lord. So with Neptune, okay, you have to remember Neptune usually is ruling Pisces, right? If you think about the qualities of Pisces are very whimsical and dreamy and intuitive and optimistic and creative and artsy, and all of these. Like, I always like to describe Pisces as like fairies. They're like little fairies that they just believe everything is just going to be beautiful, and they just are just like little dreamy little creatures running around, right? However, you have Aries that is in Neptune. So this is two opposite types of energy, right? Where Pisces being a water energy, which is more based on love and connection, relationship, things of that nature, versus Aries that is more based on action. Aries is ruled by Mars, right? So they're just straight action, leadership, determination, get it done, do it. You know what I'm saying? In your face, it is what it is, right? So these two energies coming together are very yin and yang, like down to a T as far as the description of these energies. Very yin and yang energies, right? What's important to understand about this specific placement is when they do figure out how to work together, it is very powerful, right? Because Pisces being the dreamer, Pisces being one of the main signs, one of the top signs that have, I would say, based on my studies, have one of the strongest connections to the spiritual realm out of all of the zodiacs, right? Pisces have the strongest connection to the spiritual realm. Just, it is what it is. Feel how you want to feel. Pisces placements, right? With that being partnered up with, with Neptune being partnered up with Aries, this really gives you an opportunity to not only dream about what you want, not only fantasize about what you want, but making those things happen. Pushing you to do the work. Pushing you to get it done, right? Pushing you to go after it. Pisces is one of those signs that believe in the impossible. Literally, okay? If they come up with it in their head, no matter how crazy it may sound to you, they believe that shit wholeheartedly. And there's not much you can do. Thank you, my love, for the gifts. There's not much you can do to really change their mind once they have set in stone within themselves that this is what it is. Nobody can really get them to think any other way. And they will, day after day after day, apply that same logic, that same mentality until they either get that thing. Sometimes they'll force it. They don't give a fuck. Okay? So these two things, these two energies working together can be very powerful when it comes to going after the things that you fantasize about, going after the things that you sometimes feel are too big to happen. And this is why I said in the beginning, you have to erase logic to a certain extent. You got to erase logic to a certain extent. You got to let that shit go. Because where we are right now, it doesn't fucking matter. Right? We are shifting more and more and more into the spiritual side and perspective and energy of things. The veil that we once had that separated the two realms is almost non-existent. Right? The more we move along throughout these next couple of years, the less of a veil there will be. As we go, especially when we hit this 1 year, this one energy year, 2026, March of 2026, once we move into that energy and we do those next 9 years, because again, we do cycles of 1 to 9. Once we move through those next 9 years, if you are not yet used to seeing spiritual entities and things happening for you, to you, and around you from a spiritual perspective, you're going to lose your shit within the next 9 years. If you don't believe or know that other things walk among us and we are not here alone, you're going to lose your shit over the next 9 years. It's already starting. I made a post last week on Facebook talking about how spirits have been showing themselves just willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying? Just popping the fuck up. Like, if you are somebody who has the gift of sight, of spiritual sight, then you can attest to this. But baby, they're everywhere, and they've been everywhere, but they're no longer cloaked. They don't give a fuck. They're just there. Wherever you are, in your home, you could be outside minding your business, you could be in a grocery store, you could be in a car driving, you could be on a bus, a plane, a train. You gonna see some shit. And this is just the beginning of that. So if you have already been seeing more, spiritual energy, spiritual entities, things of that nature, whether it's flashes out the corner of your eye of light or dark entities, whether you're seeing actual faces, people, things, whether you're seeing things that are there 1 minute and then they disappear the next minute. Again, the veil is thin as fuck right now. Damn near non-existent, and will be non-existent within the next couple of years as we continue to progress. Get used to it. That's my advice right now. Get used to it. Okay? It just is what it is. It's not going to go away. It's not going to go away. It's going to increase. Okay? And this is not to scare you. This is to prepare you. And a lot of you guys, again, going back to Saturn, you say you a spiritual being. So when you start seeing spiritual entities, don't punk up. You know what I'm saying? Don't bitch up now. Everybody want to claim to have gifts and shit. Oh, I'm a goddess, and I was a mermaid in my last lifetime, and I talked to my ancestors. Okay. So when they start showing up in your room, in the corner of your eye, I don't need you to be scary now. Yes, footsteps, creaking through the house, knocking on them doors, whatever it may be. When they start popping their motherfucking head, and for real, I'ma need you to stand 10 toes. I'ma need you to stand on what you said you was gonna stand on. I'ma need you to be who you claim that you are in real time, in real life. Yes, things are coming up missing, things are being misplaced, things are disappearing. There's a lot happening right now. There's a lot of spiritual happenings. Even when it comes to animals, hello my love, even when it comes to animals, there are going to be more connections to animals, more connections to plants, to wildlife in general, to nature, right? I mean, and it's going to sound crazy to who people think is crazy to, but we're talking about plants communicating with you, hearing the voice of the trees, hearing voices in the wind. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit get deep. Y'all think that we the only ones that are able, that possess the gift of communication. We are not. There was just a veil, right? There was a spell that was separating us from being able to really interact with the light beings around us. So don't be surprised if, you hear that cat talking. Dr. Doolittle. They didn't just come up with that shit just off they own merit because they just thought about this would be a good concept for a movie. Thank you, Chanel. Thank you, my love. This shit is real. Right? Some of y'all are meant to communicate with wildlife, with nature. So when it comes time to tap into those things, I'm going to need you not to be scary. Some of y'all are meant to communicate with the elements, the wind, the rain, the water, the fire, the earth. So when it comes time to do that, I don't need you to be scary. It's already happening. If you just pay attention and you sit yourself down for a little bit and you listen in, you know what I'm saying? If you really listen in, okay? Quiet the mind, quiet your space, quiet the thoughts going crazy in your head. This is why meditation is so important. I've been telling y'all about meditation for the last, I don't know how motherfucking long we've been talking about meditation. But this is why this shit is so important. So that you can hear what's going on around you. Because it's there. All you got to do is tap in to gain clarity and to really isolate the voices so you can understand what the hell is going on. Now, another thing that I want to add, our bodies, because our physical bodies are a reflection, or because nature is a reflection of what's going on within our physical bodies, right? There are a lot of upgrades happening with our physical bodies. Okay? This can lead to, because there's energy changes going on, the nervous system is going to be fluctuating a little bit, right? So panic attacks, anxiety, nervousness, nausea, insomnia, right? Sleeping more, sleeping less, food aversions, your diet changing, your taste for things changing, your cravings are changing, wanting to be more active, okay? Especially if you're somebody who may have struggled with committing to being active, committing to going to the gym, committing to taking care of your body, committing to diets and things of that nature. A lot of that shit may feel like you don't have a choice anymore. You may think that you want to eat whatever you're used to eating, but your body don't want that shit. You just don't fucking want it. Simple as that. You may have the taste, or think you got the taste for what you used to having, until you sit down there and you start trying to eat it, trying to consume it, and you can't. You no longer have the desire. Okay? A lot of that is happening right now. Be mindful of things that will alter your nervous system, right? So alcohol, Mary Jane, caffeine, okay? Be mindful of those types of things, because it can spike what's already going on with the nervous system. Make sure you are consuming a lot of water. H2O and H3O2, which is your fruit water. Watermelons, coconut water, limes, okay? I've been led to put a lot of limes in my bottled water lately. Usually I'll just drink regular water. Thank you, Bruce. But Spirit has been leading me to put squeeze a half a lime in my bottle of water and add a pinch of pink Himalayan salt. And I've been doing that for the last 2 weeks, maybe. Right? So a lot of detoxing of the gut. Okay? Getting all that gunk out your system. Right? The gut is the second brain. So if that second brain has all of these different toxins in it, it's going to cloud certain judgment as far as what? The intuition. Right? When we're talking about intuition, we usually feel it in our gut. So detoxing is going to be very important. Making sure that you are using the restroom on a daily basis. Ridding your body of waste. Making sure you're getting fiber in your diet so that you are able to use the restroom. And I'm being so serious. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of your body. Really locking in. Upping your vitamins. Upping your supplements. The things that you know that you need to do. Whatever you've been slacking on, when it comes to your health, I'm going to need you to lock in. Okay? Because what we put in our bodies plays a huge role with the energy that we possess. And the way that the body is able to navigate that energy and disperse that energy out. Okay? Thank you, Bruce, for the heart me. Yes, upping your iron, making sure you eating your green vegetables. Okay, making sure that you eating your fruits, your veggies. Okay, alkalizing the body. That's what that lime water, a little pinch of pink Himalayan salt or sea salt. I'm trying to tell you. Start your day with that. End your day with that. Drink it throughout the day if you need to. Now don't do too much lime water because you don't want to. It's acidic. You don't want too much acid in your stomach. So make sure that if you are drinking lime water with salt, that you are eating as well, so that you can kind of soak some of the acids up. Okay, it's good for you, but too much of anything is not good, right? So maybe 1 bottle of that per day, or every other day, something along those lines. Okay, but detoxing is going to be very important. Intermittent fasting is also going to be very helpful. Absolutely. 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 If the longer you can go throughout the day without eating, the better. And I don't mean starving yourself, right? I don't mean, going hungry. But if you could wait until closer to 6 p.m. to eat your first meal, that'll be better. Start the day with some herbal teas, something along those lines. And go as far as you can. If you are able to. And if you are on medication that requires you to eat or things of that nature, then of course do what you need to do for yourself individually. But if you are able and if you are led to, take a little time before you consume something, do so. Okay? Lots of detoxification going on. We also have Pluto that is retrograding in Aquarius. Now, Pluto is the slowest moving planet. It is so slow. And it's retrograding in Aquarius, right? So, Pluto has a reputation for 555 on the clock. Pluto has a reputation for being very slow, right? But it also has a reputation for analyzing things, being very analytical, which is why it also moves very slow, because it is extremely analytical. And it also has a reputation for revealing things that are hidden, right? So, and that of course invokes change. That invokes, and helps to facilitate things becoming different for the better, right? So with Aquarius being there, Aquarius being, the sign of originality and new ideas, and being very out of the box, being very unique, being very sociable, or very humanitarian type energy. This can really be a lot of you guys having some time to figure out who you are, figure out the way that you want to show up in life, and giving yourself the space to be you, right? Figuring out the version of you that you feel the most connected to, and taking the fearlessness of Aquarius when it comes to being out of the box and allowing yourself to do those things. Allowing yourself to step into those roles and step into that position, and be completely unapologetic about it. Doing things that would usually make you afraid. Going places that would usually make you afraid. Being around people that would usually make you afraid. And being unapologetic about it. Hey, if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Fuck it. But I'm going to give myself the opportunity to find out. Thank you for the heart, me, my love. You know what I'm saying? If it goes well, it goes well. If it don't work out the way I wanted it to, I'm still benefiting off of this. I'm still learning something. Thank you, my love, for the gifts. You know what I'm saying? Be sure with this placement, with Pluto being in Aquarius, to not get stuck in perfection. Okay? Don't get stuck in perfection. Things don't have to be perfect for them to work. The best things are not perfect. The things that work the best are not perfect. At all. Far from perfect, actually. Far from it. And it works out brilliantly because that's just how it's supposed to be. Okay? As a Virgo, this is challenging. Oh, I know. Virgos are probably going to struggle with that. My Taurus are probably going to struggle with that. My Libras are probably going to struggle with that a little bit. Who else? My Capricorns will probably struggle with that a little bit. But at the end of the day, you know, those things are look at that, transformation and expect miracles. At the end of the day, these things are beneficial for you. As you transform, expect miracles. You know what I'm saying? As you do the work, as you boss up, level up, think outside of the box and stay outside of the box. That's the thing. Don't just go outside of the box for a second, for a moment, and then take your ass back into your comfort zone. When you leave, stay gone. Because eventually what is uncomfortable to you will become comfortable, and then it's going to be time to go outside of that box. What is the name of those toys that we used to play with back in the day? It's like it was you open it, and then it's a smaller version of it, and then you open it, there's a smaller version of it, and then you open it, there's a smaller version of it, and you just keep going until you left with this little itty bitty version of that thing. I don't remember what that shit is called, but that's what this shit looks like. If you know, feel free to drop it in the comments. Is it Russian dolls? Nesting dolls? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That's what this shit is. That's what it looks like. That's exactly what it looks like. Once you think that you have gotten comfortable in this box, you open it and there's a whole nother box for you to get up out of. Right? Because we're ever evolving. There's always something for us to change. There's always a way for us to grow. There's always better for us to do. Right? And you don't want to ever get to a place where you feel like I've done enough. I'm cool right here. I've changed enough. I've grown enough. You know what I'm saying? I've altered myself enough. I've learned enough. I'm finished. You're not finished. You know what I'm saying? You're really never finished, because there's always something more to discover, especially about yourself. If I'm changing every day, then that means I'm learning something new every day about me. Right? If there was no more room for me to change, there was nothing else to change about myself, what would that look like? What would my life look like? It would be stagnant, right? The changes allow us to be able to make it to a whole nother place that the previous version of us would not have access to. So you have to change. You have to become different. You have to boss up, level up, you know what I'm saying, grow. If you want to reach a new height, if you want to go somewhere different, now if you all right with being in the same place the rest of your life, then by all means, don't never change. Just keep waking up doing the same shit every day. Sounds so fun. Right? Experiencing the same shit. Meeting the same type of people. Going the same places. Just everything the same. Stagnant as hell. You know what I'm saying? You ain't growing, you ain't moving, you ain't learning, you ain't doing nothing. Right? So we want to be ever changing, ever growing, ever learning. We want that. That's the desire. That should be your desire. And once you get into that energy, INNER, once you get into that energy, that's when you know you've truly started your journey, or you're truly on your spiritual journey. Because real spiritual people love to grow, which means they love to change, which also means they love to do the work. You gotta love this shit. You gotta love it. You feeling that unique energy? Good. You gotta fall in love with this shit. You have to. Because it's not easy. Right? It's not the most... Hold on, I'm gonna take my shoes off. It's not easy. It's not the most ideal. It's not the most fun all the time. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna always have a smile on your face when you're doing real work. You're not gonna always be excited when you're doing this shit for real. You're not going to always want to get out the bed. You're not going to always want to face these generational curses and fight these traumas. And you're not going to always want to do that shit. So you have to love the game. You got to just love it for what it is. You got to appreciate it for what it is. You got to want this shit. You got to want it. You got to want it so bad that you're willing to go through those tower moments. You're willing to travel through the valley. The way I keep saying it is Mount Everest. That's how Spirit keeps showing it to me in my head. These people, we look at those people like, you are insane. You've lost your mind. Why would you put yourself in a position to go through any of the things that you may have to go through as you are getting to the top of this mountain? Why would you choose to do that? You are a little off. You know what I'm saying? But those people, they go up there, and the ones who are successful, because everybody don't make it. Follow me. Everybody don't make it. But the ones who are successful, they're forever changed. They don't come off that mountain and live their life the way that they did before they went up that mountain. They can't. Even if they wanted to, they cannot, because the experience that they had during that ascension process has forever reshaped their DNA, their way of thinking, their way of being. The things that they even want in life have changed. The people they want to be around has changed. The things that they go after have changed. The things that they care about changes. All from that journey. Same thing with this fucking journey. Once you start getting to a certain part of this goddamn journey, baby, you be like, look, I don't even got time for the bullshit. No, you can't be around me. No, I don't want to be around you. No, you can't keep talking to me like that. No, I'm not about to keep talking to you. No, I'm not answering the phone. No, I'm not texting back. No, I'm not showing up. Yes, I'm going to take that deal. Yes, I'm going to take that leap of faith. Yes, I'm going to do this, and that. Because you start to acquire this fearlessness. It's like, bitch, do you know what I made it through? And this is happening behind closed doors. So people don't even know. They have no idea the extent of the work that you have been doing. They don't fucking know. So when you show up, people are like, who the fuck is this? Who is this? I don't think I'm familiar with this person. The person that I thought I knew would never do that, would never say that, would never move like that. This is why you're being pushed into this transformation this year. This is why. Because you got to get to the top of the mountain, boo. And a lot of them people you can't go with. And they can't go with you neither. It just is what it is. A lot of them things that you thought you wanted. Oh, I wanted to have a career as a veterinarian. And then you wake up one random ass day and you like, you know what? I want to make clothes. I actually don't give a shit about being a veterinarian. I actually just want to make jeans and shirts and shit. Thank you for the heart, me. And you feel super connected to that shit. And once you give yourself permission to go with it, that shit take off so motherfucking fast, your head spin. You're like, God damn, I should have been started this. You know what I'm saying? I should have been did this shit. Yes, I have a YouTube. It's PocaSPEAKS. You know what I'm saying? Like, very unconventional. It looks unconventional to everybody else. But to you, it's normal. It's what I feel. It's what I'm drawn to. It's what I want to do. It's what I feel the most connected to. I can't get this out of my head, out of my energy. For some of y'all, this has been in your energy since you was a kid. Since you was a child. I'm talking about young. Now when you was able, to be all grown and middle school and all types of things like that. I'm talking about young age, elementary, when you barely knew how to spell for real. But you knew that this is something that you felt connected to. That's the type of shit that's going on right now. And you need to lock the fuck in. Don't allow the fears of others to become what holds you back. Yes, it may not make sense to other people. So, raise your vibration being the first part out. So what? It's not supposed to. If it was supposed to make sense to other people, then it would. If you're the only one that get it, then that's how it's supposed to be. And then when you really overstand that the people in your space are not the only people in the world, your perspective changes again. Because a lot of y'all like, well, they don't get me and they don't understand why I'm doing this and why I want this and why I want that and why I want to move in this place and why I want to move in this place and blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, but you are shaping the they around a couple of people that's in your space. Thank you, my love. Thank you for the heart, me. Thank you for the gift. Them couple of people that's not even your audience. Most of y'all haven't even you haven't even encountered your audience yet. Thank you for the hashtags, my love. You have not even encountered your audience yet. You haven't even met those people that are supposed to be following you, that are supposed to be tuning in and tapping in and supporting the things that you want to do. So how can you speak for some shit that you haven't even encountered yet? You don't know. You basing all of this off of these couple of motherfuckers that are not even living in their truth, who still don't even know who they are, let alone what they want, and that's what we're basing this off of. Perspective. Right? Thank you, my love, for the gift. Thank you for the heart, me. Perspective. Yeah, look at this. Empowerment. If you are not, I don't even want to say believing in yourself, because I feel like that's a disservice. If you don't know who you are and what you're supposed to be doing, you better get to it. You better start investigating. You better start looking some shit up. And this is not anything that you can Google. You gotta go within for this. You can't go on ChatGPT to figure this shit out. You gotta go within your own energy to get this. Thank you for the heart meets. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate y'all so much. You can't Yahoo this shit. This takes work. This takes introspection. Right? This takes inner investigation. Investigation. Did you catch it? In you. Studying yourself. Right? And when I say studying yourself, I mean breaking yourself down. You know what I'm saying? Breaking yourself down to a T, to the lowest molecule. I mean the smallest cell in your body. Really observing everything you do, everything you say, the moves that you make. This is why when we're doing shadow work, we go over our past. We're not going over our past to torture ourselves and to beat ourselves up about our mistakes. Right? I missed that take. Mistake. It wasn't the right way. Right? It's not to go over all of that and beat ourselves up and call ourselves stupid and dumb and blah, blah, blah. We going back to be like, okay, now right there, I made a right. I should have made a left. Okay, cool. Right there, I thought that was 7, but that really was supposed to be 9. Okay, cool. Noted. Right? We go back to analyze to make sure that we're not repeating that shit. Whatever we didn't get, we going back to get that. Whatever lesson we overlooked, we going back to get that. Because there's a lot of things that are trapped in the past because we were so focused on just moving past that moment that we didn't investigate the moment enough to see what went wrong, what went right. It's not always about what went wrong. Sometimes things work and you need to go back and see what the fuck worked so you can make it work again. Right? Right. It's reflection. Right? Going back over those things to gather the lessons, to gather the insight. What was working? What was not working? What was passed down? Who was it passed down from? Right? I need to analyze all of these different things and apply them to my present. I can't do shit about the future if I'm ignoring the present, because the present determines the future. Right? The present determines the future and the past determines the present. Based on my past, I'm going to end up here. Based on what I do now, I will end up there. Make sense? So I gotta go back there to figure out how the fuck I got here. So that I can change what I'm doing here so I can end up there. Okay? Simple as that. Don't avoid that. That shadow work is the most important part of this journey. Because it gives you an opportunity to get it right. And to continue to get it right. That does not mean that even in the future you're not going to have other mistakes or missteps. Of course you will. Of course you will. Right? But that's another opportunity to do what? Learn and to further yourself and put yourself somewhere else. Do you think therapy is a form of shadow work? Absolutely. Anything that pushes you to develop self will be a form of shadow work. We got clear, cancel, and release coming out with these animals. Now, I told y'all, animals are going to be significant. And I'll also group in like insects with that as well. So pay close attention to the way that you attract different species, right? Other entities, because anything that is living has a soul. I don't care if it's an ant, I don't care if it's a butterfly, I don't care if it's the leaf off of a tree, right? There is a soul within these things. So pay attention to the way that you are communicating with those things and the way that those things are communicating with you. When you walk outside, I want y'all to be a lot more analytical of the way that nature responds when you introduce your presence to nature. So when you leave out your house, does the wind start blowing? You know what I'm saying? Like, do y'all pay attention to shit like that? Like, when I walk out of my house, is there suddenly a gust of wind? You know, do the trees start moving a little bit more? You know what I'm saying? Are there random bumblebees or ladybugs or butterflies or dragonflies or whatever that come and approach me during this time once I leave? What's happening when I introduce my energy to the world around me? That's also going to teach you a lot about where you are, because nature responds to higher vibrations. Nature don't respond to all that low vibrational shit. Clear, cancel, and release. So if you're going outside in nature and you're not getting a certain response, I'm not saying that, you know, it got to be a tornado once you exit your house. Okay? I'm not saying that a tree needs to fall, right? But you should get some type of confirmation that your energy is powerful when you are exiting your space. Simple as that. Nature is very sensitive to energy. Extremely. Dragonflies are very powerful. Definitely research dragonflies. If you're seeing dragonflies, that's a great omen. For sure. Beauty and vulnerability and freedom. How do you truly feel about yourself? And we're not talking about physical beauty. Right? We're not talking about physical beauty. We're not talking about if you think that you know, on some type of celebrity status with all these people that got plastic surgery and got these little Michael Jackson noses. That's not what we're talking about. Right? We're talking about beauty as far as your soul. Are you free when it comes to how you feel about yourself and the beauty that you possess within yourself? You know what I'm saying? Do you know how beautiful your energy is? Are you aware of that? Because it's not about physical features. Of course, that's a plus. But that's all it should be. It should only be a plus. Right? Your physicalities should only be a plus. It should only be a cherry on top. But when you walk into a room, does the energy change? All of these things speak to who you are and how you're showing up. This is why we're going over it. It has nothing to do with ego. It has nothing to do with being the loudest person in the room. It has nothing to do with having on the loudest outfit and all the multiple colors and shit. The latest fashion. It don't got nothing to do with that. When you step into a room, I don't care if you bummy down, sweatpants, a holy ass t-shirt or something, hair all over your head. Is the energy of that room shifting because you have made your presence known? You need to be paying attention to these things, because this is going to confirm if the work that you're doing internally is being felt outside of yourself. Because, yeah, you should think that you are at a certain level. You should be confident in all of those other things. But you're not really doing the work if it's not being reflected back to you when you leave your home. The universe is a mirror. As within, so without. As above, so below. So if the shit that's inside of me ain't worth a damn, I'ma know, because when I get around other people, places, and things, it ain't gonna hit nobody. Again, I'm talking to my chosen ones. I'm talking to my people who are here for a purpose, for a reason. My people who claim to be tapped in. claim to be here on mission. I'm talking to y'all. So this shit don't have to apply to nobody else. But when you walk your chosen ass into a room, that room better know something. Even if they can't put their finger on it, they better know something that's different with you. You should be known by your energy without introducing yourself, without mumbling a word. You can be on silent mode the whole time, but everything in that room should know it's something with that motherfucker right there. You know what I'm saying? And you'll know when random people get to staring at your ass. They just can't keep their eyes off you. They just keep looking. Or they want to come talk to you. They want to make some type of conversation. Or they want to do things for you. They, you know, can I buy you a drink? Can I pay for your food? Can I do something? I just feel like I need to do something for you. They want to hold the door and just be extra polite. Or you'll get nasty looks. Same shit. People looking at you crazy. People feeling intimidated. And this is the thing. When it happens the other way, right? Where people feel intimidated, they look at you crazy, they give you the nasty looks and blah, 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 blah. The first thing y'all think is something wrong with you. Is there something wrong with me? Am I coming off a certain type of way? Baby, don't light cast out demons. When a high vibration comes into a low vibrational setting, people should feel uncomfortable. That don't mean there's nothing wrong with you. They should be a little shaken up in their spirit. They absolutely should. Those who are not in a good space, those who have a negative energy, those who operate in darkness, and when I say darkness, I don't mean darkness as far as chaotic energy, as far as who we truly are, because we come from darkness, right? Thank you, my love, for the rose. We come from darkness, and there's power in darkness, right? But we're talking about darkness as far as evil, negative, low vibrational, right? We're not talking about dark as far as power or cosmic. There's a difference. People who are operating in that evil, low vibrational as energy, they should feel a certain type of way when you bring your lightning bug ass in that goddamn room. If I'm sitting in a dark room, and I've been in this dark room for a long time, and then somebody comes in and starts shining the light, that shit gonna hurt my eyes. You ever been in a dark ass room and somebody come in that bitch and cut the lights on? That should've make you cut somebody out. You'll cut somebody the fuck out for that. Why did you just cut that bright ass light on? When we was kids, you know what I'm saying, during like the winter time and the fall time, when your mama come in there at fucking 5:30 and 6 o'clock and cut that bright ass light on, telling some, get up, it's time for school. I could punch my mom in the throat. Girl, if you don't cut that bright ass light off, that shit is disturbing. It disturbs your whole soul, whole spirit be disturbed. That'll fuck up your whole day. Just that one little thing right there that attitude will be nasty for the first 5 hours of the day. Just off of that alone. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looks like when you're walking into a space of people who have been in a darkness, who operate in a darkness. They're like, with all that light shit. Who the fuck they think they are coming in here cutting the lights on? You know what I'm saying? I used to cuss many times. I have an alarm clock for a reason. I'm crying. They trying to figure out who you think you are coming in here cutting all these goddamn lights on. Like you run the place. Who the fuck they think they are? Coming in here making me uncomfortable. And you didn't even have to open your mouth. You ain't got to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? You did shit. You just showed up. But when you think about energy, right? What powers lights? Energy. Right? When you think about the nervous system is a whole bunch of electrical charges. Energy. When you think about lightning is what? Electrical charges. Energy. Lightning in a dark sky, that shit'll shake your soul up a little bit. It's dark as hell. You see them bright ass flashes come across that motherfucking sky. You're like, hold the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. God, is that you? You think it's an alien invasion? Where the fuck is that light coming from? You don't know what the fuck is going on. So don't allow people's intimidation. They feel intimidated by your energy. It makes them uncomfortable. And the thing about it is, it works the same way with us too. When we're in a certain energy, right? Because we're not always in this high vibrational, light ass energy. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand spiritual people who try to act like every day is just sunshine and rainbows and lily pads and shit. No, the fuck is not. Sometimes I'm sitting right beside that dark, low vibrational ass motherfucker, being low vibrational with them. We both talking about how shitty this shit is. I don't got no hope. Bitch, ain't no hope. I'm not feeling optimistic. I don't feel powerful right now. I feel like shit. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? We not sitting around 24/7 talking about just how beautiful life is. That's a fucking lie. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, my loves, for the gifts. That's a fucking lie. Sometimes, bitch, I ain't got no hope. I don't got no peace. I don't got no optimism. Fuck all this shit. Okay? And get out my face. While we at it. Kiss my ass, too. Throw a little extra salt on it. And a motherfucker come in with all that light. And you be like, positive Patty. I don't want to hear that shit. It pushes you out of that. It forces you to either acknowledge where you are, or it forces you to get the fuck out of where you are. That's uncomfortable. We were just talking about growth. We were just talking about change. That shit's uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to be positive right now. I want to sit and throw a pity party. Sometimes I don't want to be positive. I want to just talk about how it's just hard for me right now. And I want to just talk about that 24/7. And I want people to feel bad for me a little bit. And, you know, I want to be a victim. That victim shit feel good sometimes. Everybody don't want to admit it. I don't care. That shit feel good sometimes. To sit there and have everybody be like, oh, poor you. You need something. You want a hug. You want a little kiss on the cheek. You want to cuddle. You want to lay down. You want me to bring you your food. You want me to heat you up something. You want me to rub your feet. That feels good. Y'all be wanting to lie. I'm not going to lie. Okay? Y'all can do all the lying for yourself. Poca not about to do that. That shit is amazing sometimes. It feels great. And then here come this positive ass, putting shit in perspective ass motherfucker. Want to cut the light on and interrupt your whole flow. Like, you don't see me over here being a victim. You want to come in here and remind me of my power? Bitch, I don't want to think about that right now. You don't see me over here groveling. You coming in here talking about something, you are so powerful, you don't have to be in that energy. Shut the fuck up. I'm over here trying to be sad. You know what I'm saying? You know how sometimes you're just trying to be sad. Don't you see me having a moment? It sucks when you trying to have an attitude, you trying to be sad, you trying to be angry, then here come this motherfucker that force you to smile a little bit. Like, bitch, don't make me laugh. You see me over here having a pity party. You trying to make me giggle. Don't make me giggle. Shit, you know I'm goofy. Don't come in here with that bullshit. I'm trying to stay true to my pity party right now. That should have pissed you off. But it's necessary. Because once you get out of that energy, you're like, damn, I was really about to sit there and waste all this time in this low vibrational ass, negative ass fucking energy. For what? That shit was pointless as hell. Right? Ask and receive. Now, the only thing I don't like about this card is the ask part. I'm not asking for shit. Right? Create and receive. Speak and receive. Claim and receive. That's how we're going to rephrase that. Because we don't ask for shit. We either make it happen or we don't. We either do or we fucking don't. It's either yes or it's no. I ain't asking for a goddamn thing. Especially when I understand who the fuck I am and the power that I have. I'm not asking for shit. The people who are supposed to ask for shit are people who don't have power. If I can't create it for myself, if I can't do it for myself, then I have to ask. But most of this shit I can do on my own. What the fuck am I asking for? I'm just gonna claim it. That's mine. And then I'm going to go do some other shit while that thing is preparing to be mine. I'm just going to make it happen. Simple as that. And this is the perfect time to get into that energy where you are making shit happen. Y'all love to be delusional. I keep telling y'all, if you're going to use delusion to your benefit. I'm delusional enough to know, not believe, because believe means there's no proof, there's no evidence, there's no way possible, right? We not believing shit. I am delusional enough to know that I can have this. That this will be my reality. That I will live this type of lifestyle, have these things. Thank you for the heart, me. You know what I'm saying? I'm delusional enough to know. Not to believe, not to hope, not to wish, not to pray. To know. This is mine. I call dibs. Put my name on it. Thank you very much. Yeah, no faith. We don't need no faith. Faith means that there ain't no evidence. We got evidence. Sometimes the evidence is, if I could speak negativity into existence, imagine what the fuck I could do with positivity. Because most of the things that you have experienced that have been negative, you made it. You created that shit. You introduced that shit into your life. It wasn't there before. Thank you, my love, for the gift. That shit wasn't there before. You made that shit up. You told yourself that that's what it was. You knew it to be true. And it happened. What the fuck? That wasn't no happenstance, no coincidence. You made that shit. You said that you was going to get fired. Why are you surprised when you got fired? You said that you was broke. Why are you surprised you can't pay your bills? You said the shit. I keep telling y'all, the universe's only job is to listen to you. So when you sit there and keep repeating, I'm broke, I don't got it, I'm broke, I don't got it, I'm broke, I don't got it. Well, when you turn up broke and don't have it, why the fuck is you looking around like somebody stole your fucking puppy from under you or something? I don't get it. You opened the door for the shit to come in, and then when it walked in and robbed you blind, now you want to press charges and call the police? That's not how that works, Sugarfoot. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? This is too good to be true. And then it don't be true no more. I knew it. I knew it was. No, you made it be. You created that. You made that a reality. That's how powerful you are. You're so powerful that if you speak some shit and you know it to be true and you put all your energy into that belief, it's gonna fucking happen. That's how goddamn powerful you are. Why are you acting surprised? So what you're supposed to do is, okay, if I attracted, manifested, created the realities of all of this negativity, because I put all of my energy into these negative thoughts, feelings, beliefs, what will happen if I switched and converted all of that into positive energy? And put all that energy into positive thoughts, beliefs, actions, words, conversations. It's the same power. One is being used for evil. One is being used for good. But it doesn't diminish the power is the power. You have the power regardless. It's there regardless. You still the person making it happen. Regardless. So make some good shit happen. Again, what's retrograde in Pisces? Or Neptune. Aries is in Neptune. Listen, go all the way with them goddamn dreams. Because the thing about a dream is, a dream stays in a certain realm, right? It takes action to make that dream become reality. Right? Thank you, my love, for the gifts. Dreams only operate in a certain realm. They don't leave a certain realm until you put energy behind it. You put action behind it. So this placement can actually work out very well. Putting action behind the thought. Putting action behind the idea. Putting action behind the dream. Why do you think you're being presented with these ideas at this point of your life where you have the most confidence you've ever had? Where you have the most mental clarity you've ever fucking had? Where you have the most resources you've ever fucking had? When you have the clearest and most heightened intuition you've ever fucking had? You think that now the ideas are just coming for you to do what? Sit with them? Well, that's a waste of fucking space. Waste of fucking space, time, and everything else. You're getting all of it right now for a reason. Because you are the most prepared you've ever been to make it work and make it happen. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I don't know where to start to execute. Yes, you do. You see how quickly we speak shit? And I'm using you as an example. Just that fast, you casted a spell over your thought process. Over your intellect, over your abilities. Just that fast. I don't know where to start. Yes, you do. You're the only person that would know. I don't know. It wasn't given to me. Introspection. Having conversations with yourself. Quieting the energies around you. The voices in your head. Meditation. Communicating to yourself. Girl, what do we need to do? I got these ideas. All right, let me write all my ideas down. And let me just look at them. What am I being drawn to? What is my energy being drawn to? What am I feeling in my gut? What am I hearing? What am I seeing? What is the main idea that I just can't let go? What is the one that keeps coming back up? That's going to be where you start. Your higher self will literally tell you exactly where to start. But do you have a connection with that person? Are you connected to your Ori, your head, your higher self? Do you have a relationship? Shadow work also helps you build that relationship with that part of you. Because if you don't know her, if you don't know him, there's nothing nobody can do for you. Because we're not the ones living your life. We don't have the blueprint to your lifestyle and what you're supposed to be doing. You only have that. I described it before as, if y'all ever seen that movie National Treasure, go back and watch that movie. I think I'm going to watch that tonight. First of all, such a great movie. Okay? Oh, it's fucking amazing. Do you hear me? Especially if you're somebody who like puzzles and you're an intellectual person and shit like that. Go watch all of the National Treasures. I think it's multiple ones, if I'm not mistaken. Go binge watch. Okay, yes, with Nicolas Cage. Okay? Go binge watch that shit. There were so many different things that unlocked other things. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the gift. There were so many doors that you wouldn't have thought led to something until you went and you unlocked that door, and then some shit over here opened up. You know what I'm saying? There was one scene where they had to like put water on a rock, and then they put the water on the rock, and then some shit appeared. Then they had to stick their hand inside the little rock, the crease of the rock, and unlock something. And then it like opened up on a mountain or some shit all the way in the distance. That's what this journey looks like. When you're doing shadow work, that shit feels like you're just following breadcrumbs. But you don't know what may lead you to the very thing that you need unlocked. You know what I'm saying? Yes, like escape room. Exactly, TJ. You don't know what might lead you to that very thing that you need to unlock within yourself. To those very answers that you need. You have no idea. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You fuck around and do some healing work about your mama or your childhood, and then all of a sudden, you know exactly what career you want to go, you want to be in, or you want to pursue. Now, before you entered that process, you didn't know that shit was going to happen the way that it happened. You didn't know that one thing was going to connect to that other thing. You had no motherfucking idea. You was just like, hey, let me just go ahead and take care of this because this is what I'm being led to. I'm being led to go ahead and address my mommy issues. I'm being led to go ahead and address this and address that. Let me just go ahead and deal with that. And now you done unlocked your finances, your financial stability. You don't even know. You know what I'm saying? That's how that shit works. And that's why it's so important for us to be consistent with our shadow work. Because it's tied to so many different things. It almost reminds me of the nervous system. If you look at a diagram of how the nerves look in the body, there's so many different nerves that are going all types of different places. But they're all connected to one spine. You don't know that the nerve in your fingertips is connected to a certain part of your spine because all that shit is jumbled up. You don't know until you trace that nerve all the way back to its beginning. And that's what shadow work looks like. You're tracing that one little thing as far back as you can motherfucking go. And then when you arrive to the destination, you're like, what? It led me here? You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the gifts, my loves. It led me to this? What? You know? What the hell? What the alley? I wasn't expecting this. I thought it was going to lead me to some other shit. I thought dealing with my mommy issues was going to help me be a better mother. Or I thought dealing with my daddy issues was going to help me, you know what I'm saying, heal past that. But for real, it didn't help me with my job. It didn't help me with my finances. It didn't help me with my love life. It didn't help me with this. It didn't help me with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know until you do the process. And a lot of people want to avoid the introspection. They want to avoid going back to figure those things out, tapping into the past to analyze it and to gather the things that you left there. You know what I'm saying? It's so important. Stars wouldn't help you heal. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Look at that. Come on now. Blessings in abundance. You can't make this shit up. That being the very next card out. Come on. Are we being so for real right now? Are we being serious? Are we being serious? Look, healing energy at the bottom of the deck. Blessings and abundance come out, then healing energy at the bottom of the deck. Come on now. Compassion. Compassion for self. Happy solar return. Happy solar return, Leo. I hope that you're having an amazing day. Shout out to you. Everybody wish him a happy solar return. Can we pin that in the comments? All right, let's break this down a little bit more. I feel like doing a bit of a deep dive today. Thank you, Naja. No, it's not a vision board. It's just decoration for the wall. That's it. Okay, Leo gang. Shout out to my Leos. Happy solar return to all of my Leos. Let's start with this. Spirit led me to pick up this deck today. So let's see. I want to dive a little deeper. Do y'all mind if we go a little deeper today? I don't want to take up too much of y'all time. Y'all got time or what? What's tea? Alright, cool. She said time. Okay, period. Gather me up. Gather me on up. Let's see. I want to go a little bit deeper and see this. What's tea? Three of Wands energy. Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Letting go in order to gain. Letting go in order to gain. I'm also getting Libra scale energy. You know, with the scale, right? This generation don't know about a lot of shit. Physical, real scales, right? I don't know if y'all remember back in the day when we literally had scales, okay? Real scales where you will weigh shit out, okay? With the two bowls, and you put some shit over there, you put some shit over there, and you try to get that shit in the middle, okay? When you are trying to get things in the middle, right? When you're trying to balance things out, sometimes you got to take a little bit off of either side to make it equal out, right? And this is what this is looking like. It's not a loss. It's all about perspective. It's not a loss. I'm not taking away something because I'm losing something, right? I'm not removing something because I'm not deserving of it, or I'm not good enough, or you know, any of those negative types of things. I'm taking away these things. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much for the gift. I'm removing these things so that I can actually balance out and have a better situation, right? Sun card at the bottom of that. It takes work, Eight of Wands, right? There's things that I'm going to have to do in order for me to get this balance that I desire, aka peace, aka stability. We've been talking about a lot over here, the fact that a lot of us have been desiring stability since childhood. This is not anything new. A lot of us we didn't have a stable upbringing. Our parents ain't have stable money. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have stable love and care and all of these different things. A lot of us grew up in unstable environments, right? With this inner craving to have stability, with this inner desire to have stability. But what we weren't taught is that stability requires the removal of things that do not serve you, aka sacrifice. That's what you guys are discovering right now. Page of Wands fool card. I gotta sacrifice some shit. I gotta do some things I ain't never done before. Why? Because I'm trying to get somewhere I ain't never been before. If I keep mixing up, we say this shit all the time. If I keep mixing up the same recipe, the same ingredients, I'm gonna have the same outcome. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? I can't think. If they say if you do the same thing expecting different results, that's the definition of what? Okay. So how many of you guys have been operating from a space of insanity? Is the question of the day. Don't pull your toes back. I'm running over them with the 18-wheeler. Because accountability is what is going to save you and help you get to this next phase. A lot of us been operating in insanity. We just keep doing the same shit. And then what's crazy, we act surprised every time the shit be the same. Like, oh, is you cool? Is you okay? You can't be. We just act so surprised. We just keep mixing eggs and milk and flour. And then when the cake come out, we be like, what? I was trying to make sausage. Let me try again. Eggs, milk, flour, baking soda, cake. What? But I was trying to make grilled cheese. We just be acting so shocked. Like, how did that happen? I was trying to make a honey roasted ham. How? With them ingredients? You thought you was gonna get a ham, bitch? A ham? Y'all see how insane that sounds when you say shit like that, when you put it into that type of perspective? But this is what we do. Alright, I'm really ready this time. I'm ready to change my life. I'm ready to live differently. I wanna be a millionaire so freaking bad, okay? I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this. I want to do that. All right. Wake up the next day. Same shit. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. Then you look up 2 weeks from then. Oh my God, my life still hasn't changed. This shit don't work. I'm doing everything that I can do. I said I was serious. I said I was for real this time. Oh, were you? This is your serious face? This is you being for real? Joy said, girl, don't tell my business on this live. Listen, it's not me. This is y'all serious face. This is what you do when you for real. Okay. I'm confusion. Because I don't think that's how it works. No, I'm for real this time. Nine of Wands energy. You not implementing no type of changes. No type of boundaries. Not a boundary in sight for yourself or for others. Because the gag about boundaries is they don't just apply to other people. You got to have boundaries for yourself. I will not think of myself in this way. I will not continue to talk to myself in this manner. I will not continue to judge myself based on these things. I will not continue to speak about myself the way that I have been. Period. It's not just about, oh, I'm not going to let that person disrespect me. I'm not going to let them do this, this, and that. You know why them people keep disrespecting you? Because you disrespect yourself. You setting the tone and they following. Why you mad that they following your lead? Switch up the motherfucking tempo if you want them to move differently. You can't keep moving the same way and then act surprised when they give you what you giving yourself. Again, sometimes Spirit allows things to come into our life to be a mirror. This is what's going on, babe. This is how you're showing up in the world. That nigga keep cheating on you because you keep cheating yourself out of things that are for you by being with that motherfucker. By not taking the initiative to do the things that you feel guided to do intuitively. Thank you, my love. You know what I'm saying? Of course they're going to keep cheating on you. Of course them friends going to be fake because you faked it yourself. You keep saying you're going to change your life. When? With your fake ass. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, them people going to talk behind your back. Listen to the way you talk about yourself. How often in the day do you say something kind about yourself? Something good about yourself? Thank you, my love. How often? Compared to how often you say fucked up shit about yourself? Oh, and the procrastination. Of course, don't nobody want to have nothing serious with you. Who want to be in something serious with you? Serious relationship, serious connection, serious friendship, committed to you through a job being committed to you. You're not even all in with you. Why should they want to be all in with you? People just keep playing. Because you playing. The hell? Am I missing something? You setting the tone. Thank you, my love, for the roses. You're setting the tone. You play on your own top every day. Not even living up to your full potential. But you want people to give you 100 when you offering 25%. Thank you, my love, for the gift. You ain't hitting for shit. And people know when they walk into your space, when they walk into your life, they know exactly what they can get away with. Because you're setting the tone. This is why when you start investing into yourself, thank you, my love. When you start investing into yourself, when you start putting them boundaries down and standing on them motherfuckers, standing 10 toes, believing in knowing, not believing, knowing that the things that you want are achievable, will be achieved. Motherfuckers can't come in your life off that bullshit. Number one, they're going to be uncomfortable. The room not going to be comfortable for them. A space is chaotic in the midst of movement. You ever walk to somebody's house and they're in the middle of moving? That shit chaotic. You don't even know where you can sit. It's boxes all over the motherfucking place. Okay? You can't find a spoon or a fork because it might be, taped up in some shit. Can I get a pillow? Bitch, I don't know where the pillow is at right now. Can I get a blanket? I don't know where the blanket's at. You got a washcloth? I don't know. It's somewhere over there in one of the boxes. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? It's chaotic when you are in the process of movement. People who do not understand movement, it's because they're not moving. That's why they get uncomfortable in those spaces. If you in the process of moving and I'm in the process of moving, if I come over to your place, I'm gonna understand. I might even be like, hey, you need some help packing up? Cause I was just moving my shit, and that shit was a lot. So I can only imagine how much is going on over here. You might need a little extra help. I get it. Can I at least get us something to eat? Something. I want to offer some type of help, some type of, cause I get it. I understand this from experience. You know what I'm saying? When a person come into your space, they ain't ever have to move shit, do shit. They gonna come in that bitch judging. Why you got all that over there? Why you ain't got nowhere to sit? Why you put the couch up? Why you in it? They got shit to say because they don't get it. They don't understand why all of this is happening. You know what I'm saying? It's going to force your environment to change. The changes you're doing internally forces your environment to change. It forces people to get the fuck if they don't fit in. They're gonna be uncomfortable. And then they can't relate, which makes them even more uncomfortable. This is why y'all keep on trying to go back to them homegirls and them homeboys that you used to be friends with prior to you getting more serious about yourself, and that shit don't feel the same. Because if I'm screaming from the 6th floor and you still on floor 2, it's going to be a little uncomfortable for both of us. It's going to be a little uncomfortable. The communication is going to be a little. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you all the way down there. I know you can't hear me. And I'm shouting to the top of my goddamn lungs, throat hurting. Follow me. Throat chakra. Throat hurting. Losing my voice. Screaming. Now I'm getting irritated. Because you can't hear what the fuck I'm saying. You irritated. Because you like, bitch, why don't you just come back down here so I can hear you? I'm like, motherfucker, why won't you just come up here? We not even on the same page no more. Everybody just fucking hooting and hollering around this bitch. But you know who do understand you? The motherfuckers next to you that's also on the 6th floor. You know who does have a better chance of hearing you? The motherfucker above you on the 7th. I'm just saying. Tower. Change. 555. 1010. 32. 23. 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Please don't play with me today. Don't play with me today. Are y'all picking up what the fuck I'm putting down? Shit. Yes, I'm doing personals for a Galaxy. 10 card personals for a Galaxy. After you send it, inbox me your email, DM me your email. Or you can click the link in my bio and go to my website and book that way. Change. This is a season of change. Not only are we overall in a season of change, but now we're in the 5th zodiac. The 5th zodiac is Leo. A lot of people think Leo is 8. Oh, it's abundance and I'm about to get all this money. No, Leo is coming in to change, bitch. Hello, move, get out the way. Get up out the way. That shit don't work. That shit don't work. That shit don't work. Let's do something about it. We need to switch this shit up. Enough is enough. Ace of Swords. Hard truths. Mercury's in retrograde. That's air energy. Hard truths. Coming in to bring clarity. Being real with yourself. Sometimes you gotta hurt your own feelings a little bit. Sometimes you gotta break up your own ego. Knock yourself off the pedestal for a second until you get right. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Hercules. And I've used Hercules to reference a couple of times recently. And I literally just watched that movie last week. Thank you, my love, for the heart me. It reminds me of Hercules, right? Hercules had all of this power within himself. But he still had to do the motherfucking work. He thought just because he was a motherfucking son of Zeus, that he was just going to be able just to, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm strong. You know, I can just, I'm Zeus' son. I don't got to do all this shit. I don't got to prove myself. I don't got to what. Bullshit. That man had to work. He had to train. He had to work. He had to get his ass whooped a couple times. Knocked upside the head. Flipped around, thrown around. Stepped on, swallowed, crushed, all types of shit. And then that wasn't even enough for him to regain his entry back to Mount Olympus. He said, Dad, I done did all this shit. I done saved all the people. You know what I'm saying? I done fought all these motherfucking monsters and giants and shit. And Zeus said, baby, that's not enough. You gotta really show and prove. You gotta really show and prove who the fuck you are. That's not enough. That's what you should have been doing. That was the bare minimum. I really need you to take it there. That's what Spirit is requiring you right now. You gotta take it there. No more bare minimum. Because you doing shit that you should have been doing, and you offering it up like, my life, can my life change now? Bitch, no. Now you just now getting started. Bitch, this the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the gifts. This the fucking beginning, ho. What you mean? But I'm being consistent. I'm waking up every day and I'm meditating and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Okay. You want a cookie? You should have been doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? You should have been doing this. You just now catching up. It takes a lot of work to catch up. But it takes even more work to take the lead. When you've been behind for so motherfucking long. You know what I'm saying? This don't mean that you gotta work yourself crazy. Understand what I'm saying? It means that you gotta apply more pressure. And sometimes that's just truly knowing who you are. Allowing yourself to operate in originality. Allowing yourself to be unique. Allowing yourself to take these leaps of faith. Getting out of your own way. Because y'all are the only one holding yourselves back. Ain't nobody big and bad enough to stop you. Some of y'all really need to get that first. These motherfuckers can't do nothing with you. If anybody knows anything about exercise, right? Especially when it comes to weights, right? When you're using weights in the gym, it is easier for you to lift the heaviest weights than it is for you to support your own strength. That shit is easy. It's easy to pick up a 50-pound, 60-pound weight and do what you need to do. But go and try to do a pull-up with no weights, just your bare strength and your body and your body weight. That shit is hard as fuck. Some of the strongest motherfuckers in the gym cannot pull up their own body weight for very long, if at all. Am I lying? Anybody that be in the gym, anybody who work out? It is harder to face yourself than anything and anybody else. It is more difficult because only you have the power to stop yourself. If somebody say you can't do it, that don't mean you can't do it unless you agree to that. If somebody say you ain't shit, that don't mean you ain't shit unless you agree to that. But if you say that you ain't shit, you've already agreed. If you say that you can't do it, you've already made it happen. It don't matter what nobody else do. It don't matter what nobody else say. They not in control. You in control. Fuck what they say. Fuck how they think. How do you think? And what are you saying? The challenge is not them. The challenge is you. And that's what a lot of y'all are starting to learn. I'm the challenge. It's not life. Life responds to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy you found me again, my love. Life responds to me. The energies around me respond to me. They waiting for me to command and tell them what the fuck to do. Knight of Swords. Understanding who you are and taking the initiative to be that person. It takes a very strong person to be who they supposed to be. Now that's strength. A weak ass motherfucker can just be anything. Be what people want them to be what people told them to be what people accept, be what people like. That's weak shit. That's weak shit. A strong motherfucker got the confidence to be who they feel they're supposed to be. Because sometimes that's a sacrifice. I might lose these people that I love being who I feel I'm supposed to be. I might have to be by myself for a little bit when I show up as who I'm supposed to be. I might be misunderstood if I show up as my true self. I may not be accepted if I show up as my true self. That's a sacrifice. That takes strength. Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Them people may not accept me for who I am. They may not welcome me with open arms. Thank you, my love. Thank y'all for the heart me's. Thank you for the love. They may go behind my back and start talking about me. Family, friends, whoever. He said somebody take over his space. He said y'all not gifted enough. He said who can outgive him? Is that a challenge? Nine of Swords. Getting out your head and getting into your heart, baby. Page of Pentacles. Get out your head and get into your heart. Bitch, get in the field. Get in the field. What are you doing? And take this from an overthinker, right? I'm a Gemini stellium. That means I have a million Gemini placements in my chart. You understand? Overthinking used to be my middle name. Hell, it might have been my first name. Overthinking, procrastination, Monroe. Okay, that was probably my name. You know what I'm saying? Until one day I had to think about it and say, damn, when I make it to the last few years of my life, and I'm sitting around and I'm sharing stories with my grandchildren and great-grands, and I'm just, reevaluating all the things that I've done and all the things that I've gone through and all the opportunities that I've had. Thank you, my love, and all of the things. Will I be proud of myself in this moment? Will I regret not taking this leap of faith? You know what I'm saying? Well, I feel some type of way that I didn't allow myself to push past this current fear, because fear is temporary. But you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, which means those opportunities go left unexperienced. Those experiences you will never have. Can I live without having these experiences? Can I live knowing that I didn't at least give myself a chance? Because the thing about it is, if I shoot for the stars and land in the clouds, did I lose? You know what I'm saying? Am I going without something? I'm still further than where I would have been had I stayed on land. Perspective change. Look at this. Strength at the bottom of the deck with 10 of Cups. Changing your perspective. Tapping into that strength. Pushing past that fear. Giving you your 10 of Cups. Everything that your heart desires. And then some. That's the beautiful thing about 10. It's all of that. It's 1 through 9 and then some. A little extra, a little bonus. A little Lawry's on it. Y'all know we love seasonings. You know what I'm saying? A little salt, little seasoned salt. A little garlic powder. Onion powder. Smoked paprika. I don't know what we're making. I'm just saying. Those always gonna hit. A little slap your mama. Not my mama, your mama. You know? Let's get one more of these, then we're gonna pull some confirmation. Well, come on now. Star card, Aquarius energy. Originality, uniqueness. This is another thing. Yes, all eyes will be on you. Yes. Get used to it. Get used to people staring. Get used to people looking. Get used to people talking and whispering and trying to figure shit out. Get used to it. It's a part of your new norm. Get used to it. Stop making it seem like it's something wrong. You're doing something wrong. Or, I'm so uncomfortable. Why? You thought you was going to do all these incredible things and not be in any type of spotlight? How the fuck does that work? It means that you're doing something worth talking about in the first place. Because ain't nobody spending their lip service on something that don't matter. Who the fuck you know talking about some shit that don't matter? I don't care if it's gossip. I don't care if it's tea. I don't care what it is. It's significant in some type of way to the point where we holding a discussion about the shit. You know, ain't nobody having no discussion about some shit that don't matter. That don't have no type of significance. That's not interesting, intriguing, discussion worthy. You know? Yes, lip service. Come on now. Alright, I want to look into some of the lessons that you guys need to learn. What is the lesson here for the collective? What do they need to know in order to move on past this place? I'm hearing awareness, number one. Y'all have to heighten your awareness. Inner voice at the bottom of the deck. Y'all have to be more aware. Aware of yourself, aware of your energy, and aware of the energies and people around you. Even the environments And when I say environments, I mean the things you listen to, the people you listen to, the conversations that you have, the music that you're listening to. You need to be more aware. Anytime we're going through any type of major ascension, major life promotion, spirit promotion, soul growth, any of those things, understand that the want to be powers that be, right? Because they're not the powers that be, they want to be the powers that be, are going to do any and everything in their power to distract you from that energy. The distractions are going to go up. That's just what's going to happen. The bullshit is going to spike. Just look at what's happening. Look at the conversations people are wasting their time on. Look at the things that are happening around the world that really don't have significance. That's because we're shifting right now. So they have to start putting things out there that's going to make you focus on something else. Give your attention or your time and your energy to something else. Don't fall for the distractions. Do not fall for the distractions. Pay attention. Pay close attention. Transformation at the bottom. What'd that say? Leave me alone. Everybody just leave. I'm going home. Just don't even look at me or talk to me for the next 10 seconds. I need time to regroup. That part. In no time. And it came out right behind what? Transformation. Transformation and awareness. Not just awareness, transformation and awareness. They tag teaming. What's the lessons here? We know awareness is one. That's obvious. Ooh. Silence. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Breakthrough at the bottom of the deck. And sharing. Shut your mouth. You're interfering with your breakthrough. Slowing down under that. The things that you want are slowing down because some of y'all talking too much. Stop sharing everything, especially when it's in its developmental stages. I tell you that shit all the time. Be quiet. Be quiet. Shh. Silence. Don't nobody need to know everything that you're working on while you're working on it. You haven't even figured everything out. You don't even got all your ducks in a row. You haven't even aligned everything. So why the hell is you going around here giving everybody a taste of what's coming? Let them experience it when it's here. Be quiet. Everything is not for you to share. And you'll realize things last longer when you're quiet about it. Things go better when you're silent. You are able to develop things more when you keep it to yourself. Baby Spirit says shut it down. Put the shut to the up. That's what Spirit said. Match your top lip with your bottom lip. Look, slowing down came right on out after that silence. You slowing down your process because you're talking too much. You're talking too much. You're giving people too much information. You talking about where's all this hate coming from, baby? You laying it out for them to hate. Hey, by the way, I'm doing this, and I'm doing this, and I'm working on that, and I'm getting this together, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing this, and I'm starting this, and I'm reading up on this, and I'm blah blah. Baby, bullseye much? This is a fucking bullseye. You giving them the exact place to shoot, and you surprised when they make that shit. Come on now, be for real. Be so for real. Be so for real, so honest with yourself. I'm also hearing take your time, but not too much time. Some of y'all be over analyzing. Like, you can look into it, you can research, all that's good. But we shouldn't be here forever. This don't just last no months at a time. Unless there's something in your intuition that's keeping you on that path for that amount of time. But some of this shit should be done like that. If my intuition tell me go to Google real fast and look this shit up, that shouldn't take me no couple of weeks to do that. You know what I'm saying? Certain things should just be able to get done. If my intuition is telling me, hey, go research this thing. Go watch this video. Go ask this person this question. This shit shouldn't take forever and a day. Some of these ideas that y'all getting, you already have everything you need to make it happen. Because you been got the idea months ago, years ago. You got all the supplies. You done ran Amazon dry. Okay? Amazon should know you on a first name basis. All the shit you didn't order for whatever the hell you talking about. What are we waiting for now? Come on now, get to it. There's nothing wrong with being analytical, but being overly analytical is a problem. Come on, look at this. Go with the flow. Go with the motherfucking flow. Go with the flow. Where's your intuition taking you? Where's it taking you? What is it saying? What direction is it pointing you in? Go. Well, I don't know how it's gonna end up. Bitch, you're not supposed to. If you knew it was going to be a surprise party, is it still a surprise party? What the fuck? If you knew that it was going to be a proposal, is it still special? Some shit you're not supposed to know. You're supposed to experience it in real time so that you can take in the fullness of what the fuck it is. A lot of y'all want to know things in advance because you have a history of going through things that you didn't ask for. A lot of that comes from childhood. I didn't ask for this childhood. I didn't ask to go through these things when I was younger. So now I've become a controlling ass adult because I feel like if I can control it, it's going to go right. Just because you in control don't mean it's going to go right. Look at your life. You've been in control all this time. Where are you? How's that working out? How far have you made it? Ain't nobody else been in control but you. You got free fucking will. Ain't nobody else pushing the buttons or driving the car. You've been driving it this whole time. So the control that you think you need is not even working for you right now. Okay. I'll shut up. The rebel energy. Go against what you thought you knew. Aquarius energy, heavy. Go against all the things that you thought you knew. Relearn, unlearn. Rediscover. Friendliness is the last card out of this deck. Be open to assistance. Be open to other perspectives. Ask questions. There are people a little bit ahead of us for a reason. So that we don't have to figure everything out for ourselves. Some shit, that person just know. You know what I'm saying? That person don't know everything, but they may know that. I don't know everything, but I know what I know. And I can help somebody who don't know what I know. You know what I'm saying? That's how this shit is supposed to be. We are all further than each other in some area of life for a reason. Some of y'all need to get out of your goddamn ego and open your mouth and ask for assistance. Ask questions. How did you get here? How did you do X, Y, and Z? What steps did you take? What licenses did you get in order to do this? What classes did you take? What books did you read? What shit did you study? Thank you, my love, for the roses. You know what I'm saying? Investigate. Y'all be afraid of asking questions. Like, you gonna shrivel up and rot away or something if you ask for something. You gotta open your goddamn mouth. And from experience, I used to be like that because I felt like, well, if I ask people, you know, what's gonna happen if I ask people, then they gonna feel like I can't do it on my own. If I ask people and they help me, then when I arrive to my destination, they gonna feel like it was all because of them. And then I had to think about it, like, would I rather not get to the destination at all, or have this motherfucker over here that want to take a little bit of credit? Bitch, get me to the destination. I don't care what credits you try to take. That don't mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for joining, my love. I miss your face. I don't care. You can take whatever credit you want. It ain't gonna change the fact that I arrived. It's not gonna change the fact that I'm here. It's not gonna change the fact that I'm doing it. That I made it, that I had the success. Who cares? Fuck all that. Ask what you need to ask. Put yourself out there. Lean on who you need to lean on. Alright, let's get some confirmation. Wrap this shit up. Hello, everybody coming in. Let's see something here. We almost reached our gift gallery goal. Feel free to click my name right here and look at the gift gallery and gift according to that. It is much appreciated. All right, let's get some confirmation. Please stop requesting my live. You are not coming up here. Please don't request my live. My bad. If I just sent the invite out, don't accept it. That was an accident. Stand on business. Hello. Put your foot down. Say what you mean what you say. Stay consistent. If you said that you was going to get up tomorrow and do what you need to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you said this is the month where everything is going to change and you're going to lock the fuck in. Stand on it. Stop saying shit and then not following through. Stand on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Be who you supposed to be. Do what you supposed to do. You wasting time. Every time you don't stand on it, you waste more time. You need to cleanse. Like I said, some of y'all getting ready to move. And sometimes when you moving, you throw shit away. You gotta throw some stuff away. Everything can't come with me to this new house. I might need to get a new couch. I might be ordering me a new bed. I might be getting me a new mattress. I might not need all these motherfucking clothes. Some of this shit I can't even fit. I just been taking it with me from house to house because that's just what I've been doing. But this time I'm not taking that shit with me. I'm gonna get new shit when I get there. That's the mentality. I'm gonna have new shit when I get there. So if I gotta clean these friends up out of this space, I get new ones when I get there. If I gotta let this relationship go, I'll get a new one when I get there. If I gotta leave this job, I'll get a new one when I get there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not holding on to shit. Especially if it has served its time. Enough is enough. You're being tested. Sacrifices are needed. I told y'all with this Uranus retrograde, with the Saturn retrograde, we're being tested. Spirit is trying to see, all right, are you really ready about what you said you were ready for? Are you really about what you said you was about? Are you really ready to do what you said you was ready to do? Let's see. You really ready to take that leap of faith? Are you really prepared to take that first step? Are you really ready to get out that comfort zone? You know what I'm saying? Are you really prepared? Are you really ready? You say that you are. You keep speaking it. You keep saying it. Let's see. This is going to be the test. This is the test. And the thing about this test is when you overcome it, when you excel, you'll be rewarded, right? And then you're going to get double the reward because not only did you pass the test and are you being rewarded for passing the test, but because you took the test, you are further along, right, than where you were before. So you're automatically going to reap the benefits of being in this new space. So this is double. The old people say double for your trouble. This is double. I'm rewarded for passing the test, and I'm also being rewarded for making it to this new environment. I'm also receiving the fruits of my labor based on this new place that I'm in. Crossroads energy. Communication, Mercury is highlighted. Some of y'all going to be forced to have some conversations that you've been avoiding. Some of y'all going to be forced to speak some truths that you've been avoiding. The Spirit is saying also beware of trickery. Some people could be using their words to manipulate. Trust your intuition. If something feels off, it's because it is off. If something's not making sense, it's because it don't make sense. If 2 and 2 is not equaling 4, that's because it don't equal 4. Period. Trust your gut. Trust your intuition. Moon card come out right when I say that. Intuition, the first word at the top. Intuition, I'm trying to tell you, dreams are going to be significant. Addressing your subconscious thoughts, subconscious feelings. Hold on. Somebody got their damn door open and it's loud as hell and this shit been irritating me the whole time. All that hooting and hollering like it ain't other people in this motherfucker. I'm about to go close this damn door. Hold on, y'all, cause that shit is irritating me. Hold on. Loud. Jesus. Anywho. swear, every day I get more and more like my damn mama. Okay, moving forward. Let go of the past. Let go of the past. What in your past no longer serves you? Right? And sometimes in order to let go of the past, you have to go back to it. How do I know what to let go of if I haven't analyzed it? You know what I'm saying? If I haven't analyzed, if I haven't looked into it, if I haven't broken it down, how do I know what to release? How do I know what to let go of? How do I know what no longer serves me? How do I know what to throw away? How do I know what to keep? How do I know what I may have took the wrong way, or looked at the wrong way, or had the wrong perspective of, or analyzed in the wrong way? You know what I'm saying? Paying attention to the details. Going back for the details. Is it fun? No. Some of the shit that we went through was not fun. So revisiting it is not going to be fun either. But the beautiful part of it is you've already made it out of it. So it's not like you're going through it again. You already overcame that. You already passed that, right? You're just going back to make sure that you've analyzed it properly. You're going back to reclaim the pieces of you that may be still back there. Because that could be a piece of you that you need here currently in the moment to help you get to where you're supposed to get to. You got to go get them pieces. Every time we're traumatized, there's a piece of us that gets stuck in that trauma. Those are pieces of us that are not where they're supposed to be. I got to go back and get that. If I'm putting a puzzle together and it's different holes in the damn thing, the puzzle's not complete. Of course I'm not going to see the picture. I got to go find them fucking pieces. Right? Gemini energy, air energy, intellect, communication, technology. Anytime Mercury's outside, technology is also affected. Especially when it's retrograde. Baby, my Wi-Fi has been on the stupidest shit. Do you hear me? I mean, it was off. What was that? Saturday? No. Friday I came to the house. Wi-Fi just fucked up. They sending a message. Talking about, yeah, it's going to be down until 6 a.m. I said, 6 a.m.? Bitch, it's 4 p.m. Thank God for hotspot. I said, well, damn. Try not to let those things get to you. This is also a test. Right? Sometimes things like that happen so that you can pay attention to something else. Negative thinking. Like I just said, don't let the shit get to you. When it comes to changing your perspective with thinking, anytime you're presented with something that usually feels negative to you, try to find the silver lining. What positive can I pull from this? You know what I'm saying? What positive can I come up with? Even if it's a stretch. I don't care if you gotta reach for the stars. Find a fucking positive. Because eventually, the more you do that, you rewire your brain to automatically see positive, and then you're going to have to fight for the negative because that shit's going to be so far detached from you that it's not going to be easy no more. But right now, it's way too easy for you to be negative. That's the problem. If your first thought is usually negative, we have an issue. What do you mean your first thought is negative? You know what I'm saying? What do you mean? That's a problem. Your first thought should be positive all the time, every time. That sounds crazy because we don't practice it. It sounds insane because we don't practice it. Start finding the positive. Start fighting to find the positive. Even in situations that don't look positive at all. Like, bitch, I just totaled my car today. Maybe you just needed that insurance money. It's time for a new car. Spirit knew that you wasn't going to let that one go. Time for a new one. Why can't that be the reason? You know what I'm saying? I just got fired from my job today. Because it's probably time to start that business. Or there's a better job coming, and Spirit knew that you would have overlooked this new opportunity if you were still at that old job. Find the positive. It will rewire your whole nervous system. Alright? Let's get 2 more. There you go. That Aries coming out. Fire energy, leadership, taking the initiative. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. This is not the time for you to be all scary and shit. Don't be scared. We don't got time for that. Nah. Nah, boo. Scared money don't make money. You can't be scared. You gotta take all of your audacity and apply it. All of your audacity. I'm fucking done. Stop Being Scary just came out. I quit. I'm done. It's been nice knowing you all. We've had a great day. Great session. I think this is my stop. What more needs to be said? I don't know. Spirit just said, yeah. What she said. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you can either send a galaxy for a 10-card reading. Once you send it, shoot me your email in my DM in my inbox, or you can click the link in my bio and go to my website and book a longer reading. What you mean reply, Bree? What you talking about? Am I missing something? My big old family, y'all cool, y'all straight. They don't be commenting that much. A lot of them just be listening in. Oh, replay. Yes, the replay will be posted tomorrow rising. You know I got you. I just posted the masculine and feminine replay. I completely forgot to post it when we did it. So if you didn't get the masculine and feminine lesson, that was just posted this rising. That's already available on YouTube. PocaSPEAKS on YouTube, or you can click the link in my bio. Anytime there's a replay that y'all don't see, feel free to shoot me a message, because I forget sometimes. The only reason the masculine and feminine one was posted, because I definitely forgot, was because somebody DM'd me or said something on the live or something. So I was able to post it. You welcome, my love. Yeah, that's available. So go to, once you get to my YouTube, go to the live tab. It might just be on my account page, because it was just posted today, so it's pretty recent. I started at like 5:15 today, 5:20, something like that. Usually between 5 and 6 is when I've been starting. Wednesday we're gonna do our lesson on being a chosen one, the significance of it, the responsibility, what comes with it, what it looks like from childhood on up, going over all of that. So definitely make sure that y'all tune in for that. We'll start that around 5 as well, Eastern Standard Time. So make sure that you check with your time zone so that you can catch it. Of course, click the notification. If you click on my name and then click on my name, in the corner there's a little notification thing that you can click, so that you get the live notifications. Okay? Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. That's why I give y'all time. So just in case y'all know I'll be here around a certain time. Any questions, comments, advice, concerns before we close out? You are always welcome. Everybody good? All hearts and minds are clear? Good. You're welcome, my love. Shout out to everybody who gifted. All of my top gifters. You are much appreciated. Shout out to everybody who's been here since the beginning of the reading. Shout out to everybody who shared, who followed, who liked, who commented. It is all appreciated. Yep, just replay the video on YouTube. It'll go live around like, I usually set it for like 7:30-ish. If you want to book a personal, you can either send a Galaxy, which is $10 for a 10-card reading, or you can go on my website, click the link in my bio, and go to my website, and book a reading there. There's longer readings on my website, more detailed readings on my website, for those who are interested. For my big old people, I'll put my website in the comments, because I don't think I have it in my bio. Every time I get ready to make a comment on here, I always forget how to do it. There you go. I'm doing amazing. Thank you for asking. All right, there it is. All right, any more questions, comments, or concerns? Y'all know on Tuesdays I don't go live anymore. Well, I don't go live here from the studio. If I do go live, it's completely not planned, and from home or wherever I am for the day. But I'm no longer in the studio on Tuesdays, so I may not. It just really depends. But Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays for sure. Weekends and Tuesdays, maybe. Thank you, Pooh. Baby, I just did these eyebrows yesterday because they was looking a little woofy. A little cray-cray. Thank you, my love. Shoot me your email in my DM, and I'll send you a reading tomorrow. Anybody else who wants a 10 card, feel free to gift a Galaxy. It's $10. And then shoot me your email in my DM. Or again, you can book on the website. You are very welcome. I don't know why I keep hearing yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I feel like that there's something to that. There's something about the things that you want. It's just like, sure. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I desire this. Yes, yes, yes. Don't be afraid to really allow your mind to go the furthest that you've ever took it. Like when I say the furthest, I mean the absolute furthest. Like don't be afraid to just literally let your mind, when it comes to the things that you want, the things you want to manifest, the things that you desire, to just go ape shit crazy. The crazier it is, I used to have a mentor that used to say, if your dreams aren't scary to you, they're not big enough. Like, you should be so cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs that shit kind of scare you a little bit. Like, damn, I really think that this is possible. I really think that I can have this. I really believe, I really know that this could be my reality. Like, it needs to make your heart palpitate a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Make your stomach a little queasy, a little nervousness run through you, little chills. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not doing that for you, it's not big enough in this season. 7-7 on my charger. It needs to be huge. You need to expand your way of thinking and the things that you know that you can have and experience and encounter. It needs to be ridiculous. And if it's not big enough. It's not big enough if it's not. If it don't take you to that place where you like, what the fuck? Am I crazy a little bit? Yes. You need to be a little off. Because what's off to us on a human form makes perfect sense in the spiritual realm. The vibration is different. You know what I'm saying? I love that thing you told us about journaling and taking it the farthest. Absolutely. Take it as far as you fucking can. Go so crazy that you look crazy, that you sound crazy. Anybody who's ever made it to crazy positions in life sounded absolutely insane to most people. They sounded so fucking off. Motherfuckers looking at them like, alright, chill the fuck out. Okay, enough is enough. They sounded absolutely insane. Do you know how crazy I sounded to my parents when I told them I'm not going to be a teacher no more? I'm quitting my job and I'm about to take on spirituality full term. To this day, my grandmother has dementia, but one thing she fucking remembers is that I do not work a conventional job. Them people thought I was insane until I started moving apartments, living luxury lifestyles, traveling all over the motherfucking place, getting opportunities that just, like, how the fuck did you pull that? Bitch, I don't know. I don't care to know. I know that I got it. I know that I'm living it. I know that this is my reality. Staying consistent. Even though a lot of them was telling me, hey, you should do this. You should just do this. You should just go back to this. You should do that. My aunt who raised me, a Gemini, my great aunt, she's in her 70s. That lady was sending me all types of job applications and shit. I'm not doing that. You know how psycho they thought I was? You gonna make a career off of the internet. You gonna make a career off of going live. What is that? That's not stable. That's not this. That's not that. Some of them even question my gift. You have to sound a little cuckoo to people. That's when you know you're really in your bag. When people looking at you like, girl, nigga, okay. This motherfucker think that they about to be the next motherfucker. If they not responding to your dreams like that, or if they not looking at you with a side eye, a little like, it's not big enough, I'm trying to tell you. You're not going as hard as you could be. I'm just saying. right. I love y'all. Everybody good. Everybody cool. Again, I'm not sure if I'll be on here tomorrow. If I do, I won't be here. But yeah, I might hop on for a little bit tomorrow. It just really depends what I got going on. Wednesday we're doing our lesson on being a chosen one, being a generational curse breaker. We getting into that. Thank you for the follow, my love. We getting deeper into that. We're gonna do an extensive lesson on that. So I'll be on here, if not 4:30, 5 p.m. on the dot, because it's gonna take us some time to get through a lot of that. And I know y'all gonna have questions, and I really want to make sure that we have enough time to really spend really getting into the nitty gritty of it all. Okay, I want to make sure that we're really able to really break that shit down as much as we need to. Okay, and get some understanding around this bitch, you know, in regards to what that really looks like. Because I feel like a lot of people have a misconception when it comes to being a chosen one and being here for a purpose. Yes, I'm from DC. Being a chosen one, being here for a purpose. That shit is different. It's not rainbows and sunshines and butterflies. Okay? So we're going to really get into it. This was the Chosen Ones reading. We're going to do the Chosen Ones lesson tomorrow. I was supposed to do both Thursday, but Poca went to bed. Okay, Poca was in the bed, asleep. So yeah, that's what we'll do Wednesday, 5 p.m. sharp. I might, and Heavy might start a few minutes early, but for the most part, for sure, 5 p.m. sharp. Okay? Yes, the reading was recorded, so it'll be posted to my YouTube. You can go to PocaSPEAKS on YouTube, or you can just click the link in my bio, and it'll take you to that YouTube link where you can subscribe. And it'll be posted tomorrow rising. So around 7:30-ish tomorrow, when y'all getting up and going to work and all of that. You are very welcome. All right, I see y'all, if not tomorrow, for sure on Wednesday. Make sure that you guys get some notebooks, notepads, things so you can write stuff down. The people who used to being here, I'm sure y'all already got y'all notebooks and all of that shit when we do our lessons. But for those who don't know, we do extensive lessons over here. We take notes. I write a lot of stuff down on a board. Of course, I always post the playbacks, but it's just good to have your own notes and things of that nature, especially for those people who ask questions and all of that. So just make sure you're prepared and have the things that you need so that, you know, we can tap into what we need to do. All right? I will see your beautiful faces. Again, if not tomorrow, then definitely on Wednesday. Be good, be safe, take these messages into consideration. And baby girl who sent the galaxy, make sure that you shoot me that DM so I can send you your reading tomorrow. All right? Peace.